Welcome, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you as well. What is up, everybody in the chat? Barton, what is up? Happy. It is weird that they don't show me, they don't show the actual usernames in chat anymore. And today I'm actually streaming vertically as well. Hold on, does that audio sound weird? Vertically as well. Hold on. Does the audio sound weird to anybody? Huh, I don't know. New microphone. Maybe that's what it is. But what's up, everybody? The sound quality is bad. Hold on, let me make sure I got the right mic up in here. Oh, don't worry, I got you guys. Okay, hold on. Boom. Okay, we changed it. This should be much better now. Yes or no? Okay. Sounds better, right? Mic is on now. The sound was echoing because I was listening to it on my phone. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. And thank you, Renzik. What is up? Okay, gotcha. Sorry, new microphone. My old one just decided to not work anymore the other day. So yeah, here we are. What is up? If you're watching vertically, welcome. Decided to do that today since it is now an option. So yeah. Oh, thank you, John Sutman, for enjoying the podcast. Appreciate that. Today I do have some things I want to discuss, some things that I want to do with the channel. Not big changes, but exciting changes that I think you all might like. I'd love to get y'all's opinion on it. And of course, we got to talk about Doomsday and Spider-Man because I just feel like Marvel's going to do something like very different. Let me turn my phone down. I feel like Marvel's going to do something very different as far as marketing is concerned. Like we got that big chair video, like the big live stream for that. So I feel like we're in for something bigger than that. And it's funny because like that was really big, but it was a video of chairs, right? And at the end, it was just like Robert Downey Jr. showed up. So I feel like we're in for something pretty big. We will we'll go back. Oh, well, let me go ahead and ban this user from ever talking on the channel again since he's calling me an immigrant and ICE needs to send me back. Well, that's unpleasant. Oh, man. Jacob Wells, what is up? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a while since we've been live. Chris had a baby. Some of y'all have caught the podcast and Chris isn't here today. But Chris had a baby. He's a dad now. And I was also traveling. I actually was in Florida with him. We wanted to shoot a live podcast, but just with everything happening, we couldn't do it. Yeah. So Chris is a dad. It's very interesting. Him and Alex used to, we all lived together for a very long time, for like 4 or 5 years or so. I lived with Chris for a very long time. So it's really cool. But Doomsday, Spider-Man, I want to know, please let me know in the chat, who's excited for Wonder Man? I am. I'm worried because it does seem like it's going to be pretty dang meta, which like I think could be really good, but it also could be really bad. So yeah, this might be harsh, but it kind of makes sense for Bob and Monica to die in Doomsday. Yeah, I think in all honesty, I think anyone is up for like being able to die, right? Like I think anybody can die. I really do. Okay, if you've been watching podcast lives, even in my normal videos, I have one rule: Tobey Maguire cannot die. Not in Doomsday, not in Secret War, ever. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man can't die. And I don't want like a variant. I want the same one from Sam Raimi, right? The same one from No Way Home. I don't want different variants out there. So, Marvel's mom was it? Wonder Man, sweet. Yeah, Tobey better not die. It's Marvel's. I'm going to watch, but I don't know how fun it will be. So we'll see. Am I excited for Spider-Man Noir? Yes, I am. Jeremy, thank you. I see a lot of people actually watching vertically, which is cool. They added this option and I can do it. So just launched a text message campaign for Wonder Man. I did see some of it. Yeah, yeah. I want to do some more Wonder Man videos pretty soon as well. I see a lot of people excited for Wonder. Okay, I'm interested in Wonder Man, but not that hype. I'm curious to see how they're gonna do the backstory. And hold on, got a member in the chat, Ahsoka Tano. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Super appreciate that. Member in the chat, love it. All right, it seems like a lot of people are excited. Warren, is Marvel Zombies worth the watch? That is totally like, if you like animation and you liked What If, I think Marvel Zombies is probably for you. I think a lot of people thought it was pretty cool. It's hard to ask me that because I'm not the biggest animation fan. I watched it, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was like the greatest thing ever, but that's just because it's hard for me to get into things that aren't really connected to the overall MCU, in which, of course, you could say it is. You could say, it's a different universe out there where it's an animated universe that happened, which totally I get, but yeah, probably hop over to Vertical, give a like and a comment. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, let me actually do that here because it's so interesting. Oh, that is zoomed in on my face. But very interesting. Okay. Hey, if y'all want to watch on Vertical, great. If you want to watch on the regular one, great. I do want to say we'll take some time. Hold on. Let me address this. Please make Sony make TASM 3. I would love for them to make The Amazing Spider-Man 3. I would love for Andrew Garfield to come back. It's funny, we haven't really been hearing much about Andrew Garfield showing up for the Eternals. I just saw an Eternals comment. Showing up for Doomsday or Secret Wars. At this point, I don't think he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday, but I definitely think, obviously, there's a chance for him to be in Avengers Secret Wars. As far as the Eternals comment, is there any rumors about Eternals or some of them show up in the near future? From what I've heard, and greetings back to Denmark, from what I've heard, Eternals coming after. They're waiting until after, unfortunately. But I hope they do bring them back. Hey, super chat. Thank you, TCB reporter. According to an old report from Cryptic, Spider-Man Brand New Day will be street level Civil War with Jessica Jones, Echo, and Kate Bishop. What do you think? I actually didn't hear that one before. Cryptic is usually very reliable when it comes to reports, so that's interesting. I wonder if that might have changed, or I wonder if they're keeping that kind of a secret. I think that would be cool, but here's what I honestly think. I feel like they are kind of getting away a little bit from being super grounded. Like, it seems like Cryptic, I believe, themselves said the villain is multiversal. So I feel like we're going to get a part of the movie, like the first half of the movie, I think that's going to be like a grounded movie. And then we get into more multiversal aspects of it, which I think just makes sense because it goes right into Doomsday. The only thing is we don't know if this kind of takes place at the same time as Doomsday or not. I think it takes place a little bit before, because unless they showed this at the end, from what we've heard from the leaks and stuff, we're going to see like another Earth like start to come into the horizon. They'll see it actually like about to clash into the Earth. And I really do hope those timers are there. Like counting down to the incursions. I think that was a really cool one. I really hope that report is true. I don't think Jessica Jones and Echo and Kate Bishop are going to show up in Spider-Man Brand New Day. If they are, it's being kept a secret, a pretty good secret. I think that might have been some of their old plans, because remember, the script for Spider-Man Brand New Day changed a lot. It changed a lot. Hey, thank you so much, Terrific 929. I super appreciate that. Thank you so much. Much love, much love. Thank you so much. Ghost God Master, big super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Is Marvel releasing the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer when they released the Doomsday on December? That is what we heard. Now, Collider, big outlet, right? Reliable outlet. They've reported the Doomsday trailer is coming with Avatar Fire and Ash. So we got the reports that Doomsday and Spider-Man are coming, but Collider only confirmed Avengers Doomsday. I do believe that the Spider-Man trailer should come as well, if not really soon, because it's so weird to think, but Spider-Man comes out before Doomsday, and it feels like they're completing like a lot more stuff with Doomsday, before Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it's also part Sony, so you have to keep that in mind as well, right? But I mean, as far as shooting and everything's concerned, Marvel should be doing all that. But I think it comes with it. If not, it comes very soon after, because the rumors and the reports say that we are getting a full trailer for it at the Super Bowl, which is in February, early February. So I think it's early February. So, we should be getting it pretty soon. I kind of lost where I'm at here. Giannieg. I'm so sorry. I must have butchered that name. I'm so sorry. Giannieg. Thank you for that super chat. Evening Warren, super interested in Wonder Man, but mostly hyped for that Doomsday trailer in a few weeks. Much love from Greece. Wow. Woof woof. Thank you for that super chat. Much love back to Greece. Yeah, I was doing my video this morning, and it's interesting how the super chats pop up on the vertical one. Sorry, the vertical streaming is very new to me. Very new to me. But to get back to your super chat, thank you for that. I am getting really hyped for Doomsday. And what's interesting is that Marvel they haven't really been doing much as far as marketing is concerned for Doomsday. We got the chair video. But what I think they're doing, which I think is clever, is they're actually letting, like influencers and like leaks and even fake leaks, they're letting all of these things do the work for Doomsday. Now, don't get me wrong. I think when the like big marketing push starts with the Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer, I think we're going to start to get a lot for Avengers Doomsday. I think they're going to start teasing it a lot. And I was talking about it in my video this morning. I was thinking about it a lot this morning and last night. Like, I feel like with a lot of stuff that's happening with like leaked photos, I do believe some are real. I do believe some are fake, but I believe some are real. And I explained which ones in one of my videos, but I think we're about to step into that like golden era once again of hype, right? Like before Infinity War and Endgame, and then like before Spider-Man No Way Home. I think we're about to get there for Avengers Doomsday, because I think we're going to get teased with the teaser trailer, which sounds redundant, but we've heard that they're going to show a lot of Doctor Doom in the teaser trailer, but I still think we're getting teased, right? I still think they don't show us that much. I think they keep the focus on Doom, but his backstory, why he's doing things, I think they tease it and don't really show it. And I think that's going to get us hype and talking about it, of course. And then I think we get another spot or another look during the Super Bowl. And then we have Spider-Man. Like, I think we're about to enter a really cool phase. Thank you for that super chat. And another one, appreciate that. I need a Lego Technic Herbie ASAP. So this is actually I would like that. This is the popcorn bucket that was Herbie. This is really cool. It plays noise, and one of these is like, that's the, and then one of them, there it is a projector. If you can see it on my hand. There we go. No, I'm good. That does the 4. So the projector comes out of his eye right there. And then like once this holds popcorn or candy, the back holds popcorn. This is supposed to be the head is like a drink holder. So definitely one of the coolest popcorn buckets that I've got. What do you think Thor's Doomsday arc was going to be? Sufal Madman, thank you for that super chat. So from what I've heard, he has his daughter, right? Gore's daughter, Love, and they're off planet, but she is, I don't know the proper way to word this. I don't know how they're going to say it in the MCU. Since Eternity brought her back to life, she has some of Eternity's powers in her, I guess would be the best way to put it. I mean, we saw that at the end, right? Obviously, she's very strong. She's fighting with Thor at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder. So she has, I would say, maybe like some of Eternity's spirit in her, some of just some of Eternity in her. So she can sense that something is happening. She can sense that an incursion is happening, and that's why Thor actually goes back to Earth to get with the Avengers to see, hey, what the heck's going on? From there, Loki And like, okay, this is something that I don't know what really could excite me more than seeing Thor finally interact with Loki. And I know it's not like it's not the same. It's not the same one that he spent all that time with, but I think it's going to be really emotional, like a really deep, powerful scene, which is why I'm really excited. Loki has had such an incredible arc in the MCU. Like one of the best. Chris and I were talking about on the podcast. Like we were debating, like does Iron Man have the best arc, or does Loki have it? Or like, and I think I mentioned like some of the Guardians of the Galaxy have really good arcs. Who do y'all think had really good arcs in the MCU? Who do you think had the best arc? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thanks for that super chat. Is Doomsday and Secret War cast bigger than Infinity War and Endgame? Thank you again for that super chat, Ghost Godmaster. If you're talking about big as in numbers, like how many people, probably bigger than Infinity War, yes, if you don't count like, you know, the thousands of Wakandan soldiers, right? If we're talking like main characters, yes. Endgame, again, if you're not counting like the main, you know, if you're not counting like all of the sorcerers that Wong brought in, all of the Wakandan soldiers, I think it's going to be right on par with Endgame, but with major, all being kind of like major characters. You know what I mean? The new Avengers, which are the Thunderbolts, the Avengers, and then like Spider-Man, the Hulk, which I guess, you know, you could say just Avengers, Doctor Strange, the X-Men. It's going to be big. As far as big as in like impactful, meaningful, I think Doomsday is going to be very big as far as like the stage is concerned, right? Like the stage of it all, the size of it all, the magnitude of it all is going to be really big. Thank you for that super chat. Did I miss any? Just want to make sure. No, I think I got all. Yeah, I think I got all the super chats. Thank you. All right. Doom kill. I want to see Doom kill King, Thanos, and Kang. I have to say, oh, how do I take this off? I have to say, I almost need Doom to kill Kang. It's gonna be something that sorry, this mic has like a touch mute, and sometimes I hit it on accident. I think it would be one of the bigger letdowns for me if we didn't see anything with Kang in Avengers Doomsday. Like, I just think it would be a bummer. I think it would be a missed opportunity. I get it if you're Marvel. There was the whole Jonathan Majors situation, and like they were trying to, I can see how they try to step away from it, but continuity wise, storytelling wise, like you have to address it in some way, shape, or form. And I don't care if that's them saying, hey, when Doom showed up, he got rid of Kang. That's fine. That's like the bare minimum I need, though. Right? That's the bare minimum is, oh, Doom just says like, what, well, Kang, like I got rid of Kang. Kang was nothing. I'd love that. But I really want a scene with Doom and Kang. You don't have to use Jonathan Majors. You can do whatever you want. You can recast. You can just CGI him. I don't care. But I really, really, really need there to be some type of closure for Kang. And if we don't get that, that's actually going to be one of the things going into Doomsday that I really want addressed. Besides that, I think they're going to cover everything that, like in my mind, I need addressed. Like I obviously need to know Doom's backstory, but they're obviously going to say that. CGI him. I don't know, man. Well, AI is a thing now, and I know some people kind of like are like, no, don't use AI in movies and stuff. But like in this situation, maybe AI is the best thing, or recast him. You know what I mean? Recast somebody to play Kang, or bring Jonathan Majors back. They brought James Gunn back after some stuff he went through after they fired him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Robert, we haven't heard anything in a bit, but like a few months ago, we heard some stuff about Jonathan Majors returning. You know, would I like to see Hulk interacting with other characters in Doomsday? Yeah, I mean, I want to see everybody interact. I think it would be cool to have a scene like in the TVA where everybody's kind of just preparing for Doom to come. and then you just see a bunch of interactions. I think that would be really cool. And on top of that, I'd like the TVA to go to different universes and start to bring people in. Like, okay, the multiverse is dying. Go grab anchor beans. There's a cool theory. We talked about, I don't think I've talked about it in a video. We talked about it on my podcast, the CVA podcast, which I should link also. We have a Discord. I just put that in the chat if anybody wants to join the Discord. I want to do a lot more live shows, and I want some questions and some or like topic ideas and stuff to come from Discord. I basically want to get more involved with you all, which is why I kind of do like an ask me anything about, you know, certain topics now. I'd love to hear from you all. But I think there should be kind of something along this theory that I heard where the TVA is kind of like gathering anchor beans from different universes. And since the anchor beans are obviously like, they matter obviously to the universe and the multiverse as a whole, saving some anchor beans could possibly be how they restore some of the multiverse via anchor beans. I don't know how they would do that, but it makes sense considering what we learned about anchor beans in Deadpool and Wolverine. And we did see Deadpool's universe course correct, self-correct after all the stuff they did. So I do think there's something there. I think there's something there with kind of the TVA going and getting the anchor beans and saving them to restore the multiverse later. It's a cool theory that I like, and I think they could do something with that. The Salvation Army, thank you for that super chat. Who do you personally think Deadpool's team will consist of? Also love the content. Thank you so much for that. So I've said most of it in some videos. Deadpool, Wolverine, of course. I've actually been on the fence about Gambit, at least recently. I'm not sure if Gambit gets put back into the Fox X-Men universe, because like they joke about him being born in the void, and that's because, you know, Channing Tatum, he tried to make the movie, it never got made, so technically he doesn't have like a universe where he came from. I don't know if that's just a joke and they're going to actually make it to where he came from, the X-Men universe, but I would like to think he's going to be with Deadpool and Wolverine because they asked the TVA to bring their buddy back. And yeah, so he comes back and he's a part of their team. Sylvie X-23, I think X-23 is a given because she's with Deadpool and Wolverine at the end. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Then, you know, the TVA people, Ouroboros, Casey, B-15, Mobius, obviously. I love Owen Wilson. And then I think we're going to get some really cool multiversal variants. Like, I'd love a superior Iron Man. I think that would be really cool. I'd love a superior Iron Man. But who I just mentioned right there, I think are going to be kind of like the core people. I think I said Sylvie. Yeah, I can't think of if I'm missing anyone. We did hear something about Ghost Rider, but we've also kind of heard he's kind of just going to be a cameo. I hope that doesn't mean he just like dies or something. But I think that's pretty much going to be the main team, with the exception of, I think they're going to be maybe random to us, but not to, you know, the Russos and stuff. I think they're going to grab some characters from other universes to have them a part of that as well. Kind of like I said before, I think the TVA is going to grab some people, grab some heroes from other universes. I think that would be really cool. I want to make sure I grab the super chats, but thank you for that super chat. Critical Drunker. Thank you for that big super chat. I appreciate that. I can't tell what your, I think it says woke tears. That's funny. Do you think the Marvels cast will be in Doomsday, or so Marvel can avoid people calling it woke? At first, I thought they might join because of the post-credit, but the movie also underperformed. No, I think they're going to be in there. I don't think it makes sense for them not to be in there, especially because of what they included. I'm kind of a person who I'm like, I've always said when it comes to like woke stuff, like, look, the core story should be the focus of everything, right? It should always be the focus of making something, not messaging first, right? And no matter what the message is, right? No matter what it is, it should just be the story needs to, in the heart, right? It needs to have heart. I think Captain Marvel, Kamala Khan, and Monica Rambeau have the potential to have a good story. I didn't like the Marvels because I didn't think the story was well put together. I didn't think the villain was that strong, but I do think within that movie there were great parts in it, And I think their story is actually going to be relatively impactful for Avengers Doomsday. Because from what I've heard about Captain Marvel, she's been searching for Monica Rambeau. She knows she's in like a different universe, a different dimension. So she's been trying to figure out a way. Probably relates to the Bengals. And remember, her and Kamala Khan have one Bengal each now, which I think they're going to retcon that to basically say it's Doom tech. You know, before it was obviously going to be Kang tech, but now I think it's going to be retcon to be Doom tech, or maybe Doom just kills Kang and he takes his tech. I'd like it to actually be Doom tech since they got rid of Kang. But I think there's a lot that ties into that story, and I think Monica Rambeau is definitely in the X-Men universe, and that's going to be a big reason why the Avengers go there. So I know it underperformed, and I know some people didn't like the movie and didn't like the plot or whatever, but they're going to be in the movie. So thank you for that super chat. Thank you for that super chat. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the post-credit scene was too big. Yeah, exactly. Like the post-credit scene was really important. Then they're not just gonna not do anything with that. I mean, you would think, right? You would think. So yeah. Barton, what's up? Will Toby be a cosmic Spider-Man or some other version of Doomsday? I hope it's the exact same version from Sam Raimi. I that's the Toby I grew up with. You know, it was like X-Men and then Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Those two movies were awesome. And yeah, I know Blade and stuff came before. Like, I'm not discrediting them, but for my age when I grew up, and I am 36 now, I think. I just had a birthday a few weeks ago. I think I'm 36 now. Yeah, it's just like what I grew up with. And that's why I always say, you know, like I'm not a big animation fan, like the animated shows, but I loved X-Men 97 because I grew up with the original animated X-Men series watching the Saturday morning cartoons. Can't remember 6 or 7 I was, like, to my recollection watching those. It would be cool to see, you know, like Toby be cosmic Spider-Man, but I want him to be just, you know, I want him to be the same Tobey Maguire Spider-Man that we've known throughout the years. Yes, Hayden, I did the MCU ranking. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah. Here's an interesting one. We could talk about this since I talked about this the other day. The multiverse productions. I'm borderline furious and beyond irritated that our Wanda won't be in Doomsday if she's even in Secret Wars. It's almost 6 years since her death. I think she's in it. We've heard a little bit about it, but I think she's in it. I think her and Spider-Man, I would find it just very odd if they weren't. Well, Wanda would be odd if she wasn't in Doomsday or Secret Wars. I think Tom Holland Spider-Man is in Secret Wars no matter what. I just find it odd that he's not going to be in Doomsday according to reports. You know, I just think it's so weird, but you're right. It's like 6 years since like Multiverse of Madness. Like we need, and Kevin Feige teased. He's like, oh, you know, when the mountain's falling, if you look very closely, there's that red light that pops out. You know what I mean? Like he teased that she was alive. So I mean, it would just it blows my mind. It would blow my mind if she's not in Doomsday. It really would. I think she's in Secret Wars no matter what as well, though. So but I would be probably borderline furious too if she doesn't appear. There was a message from a member, and I super appreciate you, Tan Man, for being a member. Excuse me. From the official art of what Doom will look like in the movie, do you think the reason he has a Captain Marvel logo on his suit is because he kills the main 616 Captain Marvel in the movie for power demo? That's a good question. I would normally say no, but I'm thinking of the one interview with Brie Larson on the carpet. I believe it was Variety, where, you know, the one where she's like, does anybody even want me back? You know, she clearly saw some hate that she got for her role. And it makes me question, like, would she want to be killed off? Because her attitude on that carpet, and I'm not like giving her crap for it, I'm just, you know, it is what it is. But her attitude on the carpet kind of seemed like, people don't like me. Why should I come back if people don't like me? But I think there are people out there who really like her character. I think there's a lot of young women out there who really like the character, and I think it's good for them. But I could probably see her dying. What I do think is, I'm going to bring you back to Quantumania. What I think is that, man, I'm kind of pissed off about Quantumania because it should have been such a great movie. Uh, but the Kang parts were really good. Like when Ant-Man's in the cell and Kang comes to see him, it's like it says like such gravity to it, that scene. Like it's so good. And he goes to see him and he's like, Ant-Man, like, have I killed you before? Like, that is such a really cool and powerful sentence. And where he's just like all of them blend together. Like all of that stuff with King was so cool. It was in a movie that wasn't very good, in my personal opinion, but that all that stuff was like so cool. I think they're gonna bring kind of that to Doom because he's obviously a big multiversal villain at this point. So I kind of think it's gonna be like, I've killed, like, if this is Doom speaking, I've killed so many Avengers before. I've killed X-Men before, blah, 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 blah. I think he killed a different version of Captain Marvel, a different version of Thor, and using some magic takes part of their powers and puts it a part of a suit, and that's what those emblems are. Um, because from what we've heard, his body is really disfigured and he needs the suit to survive, so he has that power. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Brie Larson deserves the hate either. I actually have kind of always been a really big Brie Larson fan. I think like the first, like she's in 21 Jump Street and she's in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and I really liked her in both of those. I've actually always kind of liked Brie Larson. I don't necessarily agree with how she chose to play Captain Marvel, but it's also not always her. You have to kind of think about, you know what I mean? Like they have a director, there's a direction that they kind of want to make everything. I don't think she deserves as much hate as she get, or really, I don't think anybody really deserves hate who's not, doing actual crimes and bad things like that. Um, yeah, but this is the biggest problem right here. Oh, wait. That's not what I meant to click on, but I'll address it. We're finally getting a fourth Spider-Man movie, 24 years and say I see what, yeah, I mean, yeah. That line is so cringe after seeing Kang get defeated by ants, but this the whole movie becomes cringe because of that. That's the problem, because you literally in that movie, this is like, kind of get pissed off talking about this because I actually really loved Kang. I love Jonathan Majors' portrayal as Kang, and He Who Remains as well. It's cringe because in the movie, you literally show Kang destroying planets. You show him obliterating people. He's like he's literally obliterating people, going on a rampage. No one gets in his way. And he's talking about killing all of these Avengers before. I've killed so many dang Avengers, they blur together now. I don't know who's who. Like, and then defeated by ants. What? It's so it really made me mad. It really made me mad. And he's even sitting there like, enough, like I am Kang and you talk to ants. And everybody I think is kind of going like, yeah. Yeah, and it's your big bad. Ant-Man, I don't want Ant-Man to die. I love Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man as a character. I don't think he should have died, but I think he should have dang near died. I think they should have gotten pretty close to obliterating him. Anthony, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. Another member and a super chat. Thank you. Happy belated birthday. Appreciate that. Brie is amazing. I'll absolutely enjoy seeing her in a role. Also been enjoying all the updates. Keep you up with the amazing work. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I mean, I like Brie Larson. I'm not necessarily saying that I think the way she plays Captain Marvel is the best, but again, I think that's a lot of direction, and I like Brie Larson. I've always liked Brie Larson as an actress, So yeah. Hold on. Problem solver here. What you got here, Eddie? Have Doom teleport to the center of the Kang convention, and after a small sarcastic speech, Doom sets off a god bomb, and it resembles Loki season 2, episode 4's ending. Who's with me? I mean, I need something like that. I I've already said it, but I need something like that. I need some type of closure for Kang. And I think Doom showing up and obliterating all of those Kangs there with a bomb or with just his powers, whatever. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Totally. I would love to see it. Yeah. This is actually KT King. This is, and thank you for your service. I think my monitor is kind of far away, so it doesn't get in the way of the camera. I'm squinting, but it looks like you're in the military or some sort. So thank you if you are. We need all specs of the MCU, street, supernatural, mutant, cosmic, and god tier ASAP. That's phase 7 or phase 1. I don't really know what they're going to title the next one, but that's phase 7 or phase 1. That's up and coming, which is like, I was talking to Chris about it like before a live or before a podcast one day, and we're just like, I am really, really excited for Doomsday and Secret Wars. So excited, like crazily excited. But also, like, the hype doesn't die after that. We go right into the mutant saga, right? Like, we're just gonna keep going, right? We're gonna get an X-Men movie really soon after Avengers Secret Wars. Like, that's why I said before earlier in the stream and in my video today, I think we're about to enter a time that's like super, super hype. Like, we're going back to Infinity War and Endgame times. Like, I really do think it's about to get crazy hype, crazy hype. Because all of that's coming after. Yeah, it's all coming after. So, excuse me. Oh, it's been a long day. My voice is kind of starting to go. Let me get this. Yeah. Drink some Propel. It's probably not the best for a dry mouth / losing my voice. What happened to Jasmine? She just got too busy. She started getting involved with some other channels and stuff on like back end stuff, and she just didn't have the time anymore. That's all. No drama or anything. She just got too busy, unfortunately. Yes, this is my one rule, Spider X. My one rule. I'm streaming to vertical now. I'm gonna make sure everything's in frame. One rule: Toby cannot die. I don't want to say anyone else can die in Doomsday because I don't want Thor to die. If Scarlet Witch returns, she can't die. You know what I mean? But like, I'd watch Tom Holland Spider-Man die before I watch Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's my one rule. Toby can't die. And here's an interesting one. Do I think all the X-Men will die in Doomsday? No, I don't think all the X-Men are going to die. Do I think some are going to die? Yes. I guess like a close second rule I would have is James Marsden's Cyclops cannot die, because Cyclops is one of my favorite X-Men's, and I think he was written really well in X-Men 97. Not portrayed the best. Not, this isn't James Marsden's fault, but the way they wrote Cyclops in the old X-Men movies, I didn't like that much. Cyclops is just so much bigger than how he was portrayed on screen. And again, it's not James Marsden's fault. I think James Marsden is a great Cyclops, actually, and I can't wait to see him return a Like, when I saw I don't know if when we were doing that video watching everybody's names pop up, I don't know if I had a bigger reaction than I did when James Marsden Cyclops popped up. That was like, really, maybe Gambit, because I really do love Channing Tatum as Gambit as well. So yeah. Oh, this is an interesting one. Bucky will 100% die. Oof. That'll be a hard one. I will say. That'll be a hard one, because we've had Bucky for so long. Phase 1, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, yeah. Jeremiah Torres, thank you so much for that super chat. What's expectations for Doomsday? Will Russo's deliver? So here's, first of all, good question, and thank you for that super chat. This is something that I've thought about, right? Because I like, Marvel lives just so rent free in my head. Just, they have since I was like 5 or 6 years old. I just love it. Love all the characters, and DC, and other things too. But I think the Russos are going to deliver for Doomsday. And I think the combination of Doomsday and Secret Wars can be better than Infinity War and Endgame. It's going to be hard. It's not something that they're just going to, hey, let's just produce these movies and they're going to be bigger. No, they have a lot of work to do with Avengers Doomsday to make that happen, right? It's like there's so much on Doomsday's shoulders to make that happen. And I think a lot of that is going to have to do with marketing, first of all, because you do have to get people hyped, because that does affect how you feel going into a movie, right? If you're really hyped to see the movie, the odds that you will like that movie, they do increase. They do, right? We'll be honest, right? If you're not super hyped for it, you might like it a lot, but you might not love it. It just really depends. Some people aren't affected by it, but some people are. But I do think just the way that Marvel's doing everything, the way that they're planning on doing everything, wrapping up basically all of the past of Marvel, because that's what they're doing in this movie, right? You have to realize the grand scope of everything. This isn't just about recent stories from the MCU phase 4, 5, and 6. No. Because there wasn't a lot of continuity there anyways, especially now that we're done with Kang. This is about everything coming together. The old X-Men movies, we've already got Blade back, right? Maybe some old Punishers, maybe Dolph returns, who knows? It's about bringing all of that together and giving it a conclusion, because keep in mind the soft reboot, the reset, that's giving us a new MCU basically. So it's really the conclusion of the history of Marvel going into a new chapter. So that, what I just said right there, has the potential to be bigger. Yeah. Hey, let's don't spam in the chat, please. Appreciate it. My expectations for Hulk and Doomsday are he has to have a very serious redemption arc. I'm not sure we'll fully get that in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but I think he needs to completely Hulk out again at some point in time in a Doomsday. I think he needs to really Hulk out again. Yeah. Someone's in my house. I think it's my mom and her husband, but yeah, it is. I can hear. Okay. I just got really startled for a second. Sorry, everybody. I was like, whoa, might have to go. I actually do have to go in a bit. But, and actually, on that note, let me ask you all. So I want to start doing the live shows more, at least twice a week. And I want to make it to where the shows become really just a part of the channel, right? I know before we're doing them once a week, and I know we've missed the past couple of weeks. I apologize. I've been traveling, it's been busy. But I want to make the shows like real shows, right? Like in a show for kind of like John Campea does, Christian Harloff, who are both of those are buddies of mine as well. Yeah, Kurt, I was like, I was concerned for a second as well. I just heard voices and I'm like, what? Yeah, anyways. Oh, what's up, Brandon? Just my opinion. What's up? Wasn't that excited initially about Doomsday because of RDJ, but lately I've been getting pumped. See, I'm actually the opposite. I was really excited when he came back. I didn't think he was going to be the main Doom of like the future of the MCU, which might be the case. I don't know about that. But I was excited to see him return as Doom because I thought it was a cool multiversal thing to do. But anyways, before I head out here, Scott Lang pulling another heist in your house. I would welcome Paul Rudd. I just want to know, what do you guys think of doing like a weekly show? Do you think you would like that? More in a show format, and making that kind of like a staple, not a staple of the channel, but one of them. I wouldn't stop with the normal videos, obviously. So be careful with a live show. Live, like used to, certain live show is really tough at the moment. Just fun to grow. Yeah. And what's up, Galaxy Geeks? Welcome. Glad to see y'all here. We'll see. I'm going live anyways, right? So might as well make it something cool. I mean, I love just sitting here talking to everybody. I think it's great. I like answering questions and just casual conversations, which will keep going as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Tan Man, another member in the chat. What are your thoughts on the recast, Mr. Fantastic from John Krasinski to Pedro? Did it let you down that they did that? Yeah, it kind of did, not going to lie. That has nothing to do with Pedro Pascal. It has everything to do with I really wanted John Krasinski to be the main Reed Richards. As far as the other people, I'm trying to think of, like, we heard Adam Driver was going to be Mr. Fantastic. Um, I like Pedro as Reed. I don't really have anything against Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I think there might have been better choices as far as looks are concerned. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, I didn't know, Galaxy Geeks. I didn't know you were working with Christian. That's cool. We'll have to talk off screen about that. Yeah, and like I know some people really don't like Pedro Pascal, like as the character, not him, like personally. Yeah, I mean, oh wait, yeah, yeah. That's exactly how I felt about Mr. Mitachi. Read my mind. Yeah, glad I answered your question. Yeah. Hey, have you noticed Doom's mask in that 4 post credit scene looks a little different than Doom costume? Suppose Doomsday. I have a little theory. Professor X will expose Doom and die for it. I don't want to see Doom or Professor X die again. Man, I've seen him die so many times on screen now. The man needs a break, and apparently it's going to be his last film, like ever, if he's not in Secret Wars. So I don't want to see him die. I really don't want to see him die. Yeah. Oh, it's your producer. Well, we'll talk off screen, Galaxy Geeks. um, yeah, but to end it, I do think we're gonna, and Chris is gonna be back for the show as well. Maybe we'll just make it a little bit more structured, and we'll see how it goes. But regardless, we're gonna be going live each week, probably a couple times a week, just to talk to you all. And yeah. So I'm going to post this Discord again if y'all want to join the Discord that we have before I take off here. I do want to address this because I love Keanu Reeves. Will Keanu Reeves portraying the MCU in the future? I would love for him to be Ghost Rider. I think it would be pretty dang near perfect to be Ghost Rider. But besides that, yeah, I don't know. Popcorn, yes. The teaser is going to be shown before. And what I like to see Red Hulk versus Hulk in Doomsday. I think the Hulk would wipe the floor with him if it's the old Hulk. But yeah, totally. Thank you, Buzz. Appreciate that. Will we be doing a live stream during the Doomsday teaser trailer? I think I'm gonna go see it and then do a video on it, and then we can do a live stream. Maybe. Yeah. So, but all right, y'all. Thanks for being here today. Super appreciate that. And he did say he would love to play Ghost Rider, so I appreciate that. I appreciate him taking interest in the MCU in general, but he would be great. Plus motorcycle, he loves motorcycles. But all right, y'all, I got to take off. I appreciate y'all being here today. Sorry we've missed a few live streams, but we will be back. Chris will be back, and I hope to have some guests on the show as well. Y'all have a good night tonight. Have a great Thanksgiving if y'all are celebrating Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.